The title of this podcast is Don't Make Up How Life Should Be. Instead, work on how you will be. Whew, that's a good one. I have really been working on this one. This is part of has been part of my practice for a long time. A long time is not having an expectation, or especially one that's not expressed of what other people should be doing or how things should be done. That is a waste of my time. And if you're doing that, consider it could be a waste of your time too. I was talking to a colleague who was becoming very frustrated with a parent who was at the age in which you would expect somebody to start to experience some health challenges. And this her mom was in her late 80s, and she wasn't exercising as much as the daughter who was living here with the mom living over out of the country with keeping up with her exercises. And some days her mom just be like, I'm just so tired, I can't do it. And the mom felt bad because her daughter was like demanding that she did, she do the exercises. And she's like, I just can't do it. And I just remember her frustration because of what her mom should be doing that would benefit her own health. And I just kind of, because we're working on this well-being practice together, I just kind of, redirected her to make her mom's uh, compliance with exercise second, like a distant second, and to make what is primary is to make it about letting go of what her mom should be doing and instead of working on how she will be as her mom shares how she's feeling that day, whether she feels motivated to do exercise or if she doesn't want to do exercise or lacks the physical ability to do exercise, that her work, my friend's work, should be to practice acceptance, to practice extending grace. I mean, my friend is close to my age in her 50s. So she doesn't know how she will feel when she's in her late 80s. And one thing that she might appreciate, in addition to someone being a stand for her, is someone who is meeting her with compassion and grace. So you haven't walked a day in your mom's shoes. So why about using this to work on yourself? Of course, you know, encourage your mom to do her exercises that day, but whatever mom says, give her some grace. And that's your work. And that's what's primary. And I continue to remind myself every single day that the way that life is unfolding has been in motion since the very beginning, billions of years ago. And as Michael Singer says, each one of these events that started a long time ago have interacted and come together to create the moment that is happening, that is unfolding in front of me right now. And so, with something as big as that, how does little old me have the nerve, the audacity, the right to say how life should be? When you think of it in the grand scheme of the entire universe, the history of life, really? I have the gumption to say how life should be. First of all, it's a waste of time because all those events are unfolding over the history of time to make this moment the way that it is. So it's a waste of time for me to even think that I could have any sway on that. But the other thing is that I should be using my time more wisely and working on what I have control over, which is working on how I should be. Michael Singer tells this great story that people get upset about why is it raining on my birthday? Well, to answer that story, let's go back and take a journey into the history of time and events and how all those things have been in motion since the very beginning to where it's going to rain today. And no one checked in to say, well, we're not going to rain because it's your birthday. Your birthday has nothing to do with it. So let go of how important we think the personal self is. is really unimportant. But what is important is working on yourself so that you are in alignment with life, peaceful alignment with life. And if you can go with the flow and practice acceptance and using every moment that shows up for you as an opportunity for you to work on how you will be as life unfolds, you will have a happier life. That goes for the workplace. I've seen people like just their whole energy and way of being is directed toward raging against how things are. And I don't say I don't I'm not saying don't do anything, but work on yourself first and then kind of get with the flow of life. You can get a lot further with making, some positive change that is for the benefit of everyone involved, all the stakeholders. That's a better way of going about it. One, you reduce the suffering, and then two, you have a better time, and people want to work with you. So work with life. And again, don't make up how life should be. Instead, work on how you will be. That's what I'm doing. And I have a lot more work to do.